That's no moon.
Clear Bay 327. We are opening the magnetic field.
Hello there, and welcome to Docking Bay 327. I'm Tony,
I'm Alana.
and we are here to talk about our adventures at Galaxy's Edge, and all the great things we got to do there. And then also, I'm going to spend a little time with my daughter, who's here to visit us, to talk about her favorite Star Wars memories, her favorite Star Wars characters, etc. So let's get into it. So just recently, Alana and I got to go to Galaxy's Edge in Orlando, Florida, and experience the Star Wars world they have there. And it was an amazing experience. I'll show you some pictures as we talk about certain things. My wife was great at taking all the pictures. She's a Star Wars fan too, but not quite as geeky as me and my daughter are. So, what was your favorite part, Alana, about the whole place?
I think it's hard to choose one, but one of my favorite parts was when we got there, and we couldn't figure out where to go to build our lightsabers because it was technically a secret because we were there as a part of the Resistance, right?
Right.
So, you stopped and asked one guy, and he looked at you like, "Dude, come on!" And he was like, he was like, "Idiot, you're supposed. This is a secret. Get in, right? Like, where's your Resistance character at? You know?" And he was like, "What did he say?" He was like, "Ask for
Scrap yard?
scrap metal."
Scrap metal.
He was like,
That's
"Say
right,
you're
yeah.
looking for scrap metal," and that was the code name for the place to build your lightsaber. And I just that really got me into it. I was like, "Oh, this isn't just a park where we're going to build these things. This is a experience, and we are a part of the story." And so I thought that was really cool, just to be a part of it.
Yeah. My favorite part, I'd forgotten about that. That's hilarious. My favorite part was building our lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, talk about being immersed into that story, right? It was like we were literally making our own lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We were the next generation of Jedi,
Right.
joining the fight.
What was the very first thing you said we had to do when we got there? What did we have to get?
Oh, blue milk. And we did. We got blue milk. Do you have pictures that you can show?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is of us enjoying our blue milk. And it really wasn't milk. It was like some sort
sweet,
of fruity slushy or something.
Yeah, slushy almost. Yeah.
They had an alcoholic version. We didn't get those. But I can imagine if I was there late, I would probably hit the adult version of the blue milk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we rode the Smuggler's Run.
Yes, we did get to do that after waiting in line for 2.5 hours. It was a long one.
That was brutal. There was a lot of cool things to see along the way, and thankfully it seemed to move along.
Yeah.
Which was cool. Mm-hmm. We got to see Rey a bunch too.
We
didn't
did, and Chewbacca.
Yeah, Chewie was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was cool because you said a lot of people when they go they don't even get to see Rey, and we saw her
It seemed like she was kind of following us around or something.
Yeah.
It's like, Rey, we're part of your team. It's okay. We're not spies.
I think she wanted to talk to me, but she never did.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe she was intimidated.
I think she wanted to be friends.
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. So one of our favorite parts, too, when we were building our lightsabers, besides just the awesome experience of everything, at the end they have you ignite your blade, and everyone around the table lifts up their lightsabers, right? And I think there were, 2 blues, one other one besides you, and 2 greens, one other one besides me. The rest were purple, except for one kid on the other side, a little boy had a red lightsaber, and we all looked up and we were like, uh-oh. And as we were walking out, I told the mom, I was like, you better watch out for him. He's trouble.
She was like, yeah, I'm a little nervous. I looked around and he was the only one that had the red saber. And she was like, should I be worried? And we were like, maybe a little.
Well, maybe just a little.
He was like 8.
Yeah.
He just wanted the red one because it was,
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And Kylo Ren, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then we went shopping, right? We went to the Black Spire it's called, Outpost.
Mm-hmm.
I was this close to getting that tunic and robe and belt. It was so cool. If you guys ever get to go, buy it. Just do it. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get back there. Of course, your sister was a little upset that...
Yeah, we'll have to go back because she didn't get to go and do these things. So.
And we'll just have to do all of it again. Thank God. And so then, after the shopping, we ate at Docking Bay 7. Not Docking Bay 327. But I still thought it was pretty cool. The food was decent.
It was good. I enjoyed it. The mac and cheese was good.
Yeah. The music in the background, like...
Yeah, you felt like you were in a little cantina in the movies.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then finally, we got to build our droids.
Yes, that was so fun.
Yeah, so you made
I made a BB unit.
BB unit, and I went old school R2-D2 for the OG. But that was a lot of fun too, wasn't it? Kind of getting to pick out your parts. And
I liked, you'll show them pictures of this, but like how they had like that conveyor belt like in the ceiling of all the droids like moving around, and so it was like you were actually in the droid depot is what they called it. But I felt bad for the little kids that were there and they like wanted to build their droid, but they didn't know you had to book in advance, so they like when can I build one? And they were like, no, you were actually all filled up for the day. I felt really bad.
That happened there with the Savi's workshop too, with the lightsabers.
Yeah.
The whole group came up and was wanting to...
I know, you'd think people would know that.
So don't forget that if you go to Galaxy's Edge, either one, West or East Coast, you have to make reservations for both the lightsaber build and the droid builds.
Like 2 months in advance, isn't that?
Yes, at least.
At least.
I think 60 days, up to 60 days in advance, you can actually reserve a spot, and they go very quickly.
Yeah.
So be sure you guys do that before you go, if you want to experience that. And
I'm glad you knew that. I felt very lucky to have a dad that was a nerd and knew all these things.
Score, geek dad points.
Geek dad points.
I think I started you and your sister watching the prequels, because those...
Yes, those were the ones most recently made, right? Like the newer
ones when you were little. Right. So, do you remember watching them? Remember the pod races or Jar Jar Binks or any of that from the original movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have little marathons every now and then.
Oh yeah? You still watch them?
Well, I got COVID in 2019, and that's what I decided to watch while I was stuck in my room for a few days. I watched all the Star Wars movies.
Nice. So you guys, I raised her right. Yeah. So out of all the movies, you've seen all, of course we went, and that was a big tradition for me and you and Cassie. When the sequels came out and the Han Solo movie came out and the, Rogue One we went and saw?
Yep.
Yeah, those were great times, weren't they?
Good.
Before pre-COVID, that was, that was like a tradition for us.
To go during the winter, during December. It was like every December. It was
Yes.
like for 3 or 4 years in a row, a new movie would come out in December. We would get to go and watch the premiere before anybody else.
Yes. Yeah, like we would go on the night of the first showing because we couldn't wait any longer.
Yeah.
So out of all of the movies, and I guess we could include the Mandalorian. You've seen that.
Yes.
Who's your top 2 favorite characters in Star Wars?
Like out of all of them? That's hard. I think Rey is the obvious one of my favorites. I named my car after her. I got my first car on my 16th birthday, and I named her Rey after Rey.
I love that. Oh, it's so fun.
And then either I guess it's a tie between Princess Leia or Luke. One of those two. Princess Leia probably, just because she's a girl. She's a woman.
Girl power.
Yeah. She's powerful. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
very.
And even towards, like, to the very end, she was really important to Resistance. So.
Yeah. She made a big difference in that universe. Yeah. Love it. So those are your favorite characters. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
I like Phantom Menace, the one that's when Anakin's really young and he does the pod racing. I always thought that was the best one out of the prequels. And then I guess out of the other three, I'm talking about the original, like 6.
Okay.
Just because those, in my opinion, like the original, story, I guess. And then just the next 3 out of those, I guess I'd probably say A New Hope. I really like that one. But it's hard to pick. I like them all.
Me too. I guess all I'll say is it is so much fun sharing my love of Star Wars with my daughter. And as you could probably tell in some of the pictures, like when we were making our lightsabers, I mean, we were both smiling from ear to ear, weren't we? Just enjoying every moment of it. So that's really been awesome for me because I grew up in the OG. But after those first 3 films, we had to wait like about 15, 18 years.
Oh, that's torture.
Right?
But I didn't have to wait.
And in between those, we had to wait 2.5, 3 years close to it. Yeah. So, and now you can just stream them whenever you want, right? Yeah.
Disney Plus.
But we've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming.
Oh
man, I am super stoked about that. Seeing Ewan McGregor play Obi-Wan Kenobi again, that's gonna be awesome. And maybe someday we'll actually get to go to Star Wars Celebration. We could even dress up.
And we always want to dress up. We have our lightsabers and our droids. All we need is our robes. Our Jedi robes.
We're good to go.
Yeah. It's my Halloween costume forever. Gonna be Rey. Every year. Not kidding.
Oh, that's funny. I love it. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. It's a treat to have my girl home and to nerd out with her is really fun. So I got some really cool builds coming. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, you'll see in the outro. Stick around for the outro video. You'll see what's coming for the next build video. I'm still editing that. It's taking a little longer than I had planned. So anyway, that's coming up. So until next time, build with what you know and figure out the rest.